Bunion is an interesting subject. Why it's interesting? Because I've seen it so many times, not just with runners. Yes, it prevents some passionate runners from running because first it just hurts a little bit, then it gets worse and worse and worse. At first, your big toe only turning inward a little bit, and then it keeps getting worse and worse. And once you pass a critical angle at your big toe, then every single step will drastically make your bunion worse. That is the real problem. If you pass them, if there is a critical point, and if you pass that critical angle, that critical point with your bunion without doing anything about it, you will have a very hard time to come back from it.
If you have a narrow foot, and you might be lucky that this issue will never show up.
You cannot just get a surgery and get it fixed. Bunion surgeries are very ineffective because for a moment or so, it straightens your toe. But that doesn't take into account that the human body does not work in isolation. It started with your DNA. So the bottom line is, if you have wider foot, you put your foot in a shoe that was made for the average human being, then your toe continuously gonna be pushed inward at a faster rate than someone with a narrow foot. And if you pass that critical angle for your toe, then at one point, you're just gonna develop a bunion, and if you don't do anything about it, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse, and over time it can create so much pain and problems that you will not just stop running, but you might even stop walking because your foot is gonna hurt you so bad. And this is the reason why surgeries don't resolve bunion issues, because the width of your foot will remain thick. So after the surgery, if you continuously put your foot in the same type of shoes as before, it's only a matter of time before your toe is going to be pushed back to the same place. Also, your big toe is working together with the rest of your foot. So as throughout the years, your big toe got conditioned to turn inward, the rest of your foot also shaped and changed around. Indeed, your ankle as well operates differently. Your knee is operating differently. Your hip, your lower back, and all the way, your entire body works differently when your toe is gradually turning inward. The whole system gets readjusted. So if you want to change this problem, there's a couple of ways to go about it. If you decide to do the surgery, I understand, but the problem solution doesn't end there. You need to change the entire system, how it operates. If your bunion hasn't turned into a problem where it's really limiting you, you might want to try to reverse it or at least keep it at the same angle where it is right now. So what are the ways you can attend to your foot? First of all, you want to make sure that that big toe is at least certain part of the day is being gradually pulled out towards the normal direction. So that's rule number one. Now, how much is that appropriate amount of time? Well, if you were 8 hours every single day, you were pushing it to the wrong direction for a few decades, then what's gonna happen is an hour or so adjusting it back to normal, it's not gonna make a big difference. So you need to gradually get used to keep one of those devices on your foot throughout the entire night, and then you want to try to also wear it throughout the day, at least somewhat. When you're watching TV, when you're sitting around, you might want to put that device on your foot. So you have to have some mechanical aids helping your foot that the toe doesn't turn inward more. At the same time, you want to make sure that you strengthen your foot, because the lack of strength in the foot is also a contributing factor to bunion creation. Strengthening your foot, obviously barefoot running, barefoot walking. Actually, let's just stick with barefoot existence as much as possible on natural surface would be great. Learning to grab things with your foot, very helpful as well. Strengthening the arch of your foot has a tendency to improve your bunion, i.e. make it better. You also want to make sure that you massage the pathway of your big toe all the way in your foot, ankle, all the way in the lower leg, upper leg. You want to find the traces of the extra tension that comes with the bunion, with the toe pain. So if you check out the top of your foot and you massage it around, you might feel that there is a segment that is really sensitive. You want to massage that, self-massage that. Don't wait to go to a masseuse and do it every, month, twice. That's not gonna make a difference. You need to get into the habit every single day working on those stiff, sensitive areas. So massage out the segments on your foot which is sensitive. chances are when you're able to get rid of those and completely eliminate any kind of tension and pain from the areas of your big toe, you can move upward and keep tracing the direction of your big toe up on your leg, around your ankle. Is there any kind of areas around your ankle where you find that you're more sensitive than the other segments of your ankle? And work those out. And then keep working yourself up, soft tissue work, all the way from the toes up to literally all the way till your lower back is a good idea, parallel to all of those other activities I described to you. Yes, I know, it's confusing. It's not an easy subject because you created that bunion foot during the past several decades. Correcting it takes some action and some persistence, but it can be done. So with that hope in mind, I hope you're gonna try to re-aliven your foot. Bring it to life. Get rid of the shoe as much as you can. Start creating some robust strength in your foot. Use some mechanical small equipment you can buy for literally for 10 bucks online and pull that big toe back to its normal alignment. Self-massage yourself as much as you can in the sensitive areas of your foot, ankle, knees, hips, and the lower back. And when you do all that, you can reverse it. Just gonna take some time. Maybe an extra note, when you use Vibram 5 fingers, if you buy one of those shoes, buy the ones that have a little bit stiffer toe structure. There's some Vibram 5 fingers which are very flexible, the toe section, and there's some which is a little more stiff. So if you are able to put your toes into the stiffer separate segments, that will also help you to keep your foot straight. And those Vibram 5 fingers you can wear out on the street. That might be another advice. I hope this is somewhat helpful. I know this is really not a running related problem, but this is a problem I've seen many, many times. Take a look at your foot. How's your big toe? Is it straight or is it turning inward? If it started to turn inward, do something about it now, because it's only gonna get worse. Please press like, send this video to someone who might have this issue. They might find it helpful, or at least they can start to think about doing something about it. Take care guys, bye.